Respected Guruji, respected elders, committee members, fellow colleagues with the National Council of Hindu Temples, I am honoured to take a few moments of your time. I'm aware that on the occasion of Shri Krishna Janmashtami, we are blessed to have Guruji Maharaji in person to share with us the teachings of the Gita. I'm also aware that when we have the opportunity of listening to somebody of Guruji's experience, every word that I utter feels like a transgression, and so I will not speak for too long. A few mentions have been made to the different languages, and I'm also going to transgress by continuing in English, which in the presence of Hindi and Sanskrit also feels to be a little bit of a transgression, so please excuse that. With your permission, I'm only going to speak on one experience that I have had personally with the Gita, which I think is possibly relevant. I've been blessed to work with many people in many parts of the world, but with regard to the Gita, I recall meeting and working with a Hollywood producer who was a very successful lady, living a wonderful life. And in a conversation over dinner, she shared with me that her life hadn't really started until she heard a Hindu saint explaining the Gita. She had never heard the ideas that were contained in the Gita before. And what up until that point had been a very successful, outwardly very established and prominent existence, she said, suddenly took on a whole different meaning for her. So much so, she left her life in Hollywood and went and spent 12 years at the feet of the saint who had introduced her to the Gita, studying the Gita and working with it. And at the end of her time with the Gita and its study, she said, I got the answer to the question which I had been seeking. And the answer to the question was, Yatha ichasi tatha kuru. She said, I wanted to know what it was that I should be doing with my existence and my life. And she said, it dawned upon me that what I wanted to really do was to introduce the message of the Gita to Western hearts, but in a manner in which it could be heard as a song. She said, reading it didn't do it for me, but when I heard it articulated as a song, set to the rhythm, it changed the way I felt and the way I thought. And so what I wanted, my mission, she said, became a mission to make it available to every English speaker on the planet, so they too could connect with the Gita. She spent some time learning everything necessary to do it. And I'm struck that only a few years ago, if we wanted to have access to the message and the wealth of the Gita, we used to have to struggle to go on a yatra to become capable of receiving the wisdom. But in our time, the wisdom is coming to us, looking for us. And it's looking for us in every format, in every medium possible. What she produced was this, and I'm only going to play a moment of it.
Chapter 1, the Yoga of the Despondency of Arjuna. Dhritarashtra said, assembled there on Dharma's field, Kurukshetra desiring war, what did my sons and the Pandus do? Tell me now, O Sanjaya. Sanjaya said.
So, there is no excuse. I'm sure at home we have copies of the Gita sitting there. That's not good enough. We now have 700 verses, 745 in some versions, available to us everywhere we go. And when you combine that ease of access with the wisdom that Guruji is going to be sharing with us, there is no reason why each and every one of us shouldn't have the question of why we exist answered to us in the same manner in which she received her answer. And so being aware that every second is immensely valuable, and the last thing you want to do is hear myself speaking. On behalf of the National Council of Hindu Temples, I would like to welcome Maharaji and congratulate them and thank them for their efforts on our behalf. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank Sudarshanji and also Gulzari Lalji, who have been giving me a great deal of support in the work that we as Hindus at the national level have now got to face and to work successfully with. So thank you so much for that.